Allied ground forces on 2 separate transport convoys make final preparation for the invasion of the Japanese stronghold on Rabaul. They know that timing in this mission is going to be critical. In an effort to mitigate losses, it has been decided that the convoy will run into Rabaul under cover of darkness, with the forecast being clear skies. To approach during daylight hours would be suicide. These slow-moving transports would be easy pickings for skilled Japanese pilots. Providing air cover will be the job of the 15 remaining Wildcats from USS Enterprise. These overworked pilots will have to split their forces in order to provide cap for both convoys. Many will not return to Enterprise. This mission is most likely going to be the last for USS Enterprise and her escorts, as the group has received orders to make preparations for their return to Midway in order to rest, repair, and replace their lost pilots. Not every ship will be returning to Midway, though. USS Portland and USS San Juan will stay behind to join Task Force Tar Heel as they make their way back to the front lines after resupplying at Guadalcanal. Virtually all ships in this convoy, including flagship USS North Carolina, have received damage to a certain extent in their recent engagement with the Japanese battle group. With the exception of destroyer USS Summers, all ships in this group have been deemed combat effective and ordered back to the front lines, with no word as to when their relief is going to show up. The relief group for USS Enterprise, designated Air 2, sets sail from Midway, with 2 Bouge Class escort carriers. This group may be slow, they may not have the full armament of a fleet carrier, but with 32 Wildcats between them, they will be able to provide a very effective combat air patrol over the Solomon area. And with shipyards stateside working 3 shifts round the clock, 7 days a week, these Bouge class carriers will be a welcome addition and a helpful supplement to the fleet carriers as they strive for air superiority wherever they fight. As these ships begin arriving in theater, plans are made to have 2 Bouge class carriers escorting every fleet carrier. For now, USS Barnes and her sister ship will take a leading role in fighting the Imperial Japanese Navy in the Solomon Islands. Hello, and welcome once again. J760Y here, and this is episode number 38 of our Pacific campaign on War on the Sea, August 8th, 1942. Looking at the weather, and the weather is fairly crappy except where we need it to be crappy, right here in the Solomons. We are moving in cautiously with our 2 invasion forces. Enterprise is going to provide the cap for them. It's not a lot. It's going to be 7 in one group and 8 in the other. We may have to start them in there during the early evening hours in order to get them there in the overnight hours, not counting like 4 o'clock in the morning. It's probably going to be Enterprise's last mission in theater before she heads back. Our 2 Bouges are on the way. The Barnes and this is why I called why I said Barnes and her sister in the intro, because Altamaha, the Bouges, the Bouge twins, that's what they are. But my end goal is to have a fleet carrier and 2 Bouges in every fleet, or in every air group that I have. Yorktown is due to go back as well, but we're going to have to wait until we have a replacement on the way for her. Looking at the dockyards, Wasp is 9 days out, so that's not too bad, but it's going to be a while. She's got more of a attack wing than Enterprise does, but like I said, she's going to have to go back. I did split off the Summers, which I was half expecting to sink in the middle of trying to record that intro, but she didn't. Surprising. So she's heading back with critical and critical damage. Everyone else in Task Force Tar Heel is damaged as well. Their relief will be a matter of future command points. I've been thinking about throwing together something. I know I don't have what I need right now, but I know the British and the Commonwealth in general have some pretty good heavy hitters. We've got the Queen Elizabeth class. That's not going to be available for a while. But there's 4 of them. There's 5 Queen Elizabeth classes. And then in terms of fast battleships or pocket battleships or whatever, battle cruisers, we do have the Renown. And the Renown, that's it. So a Queen Elizabeth and a Renown in a group would be fairly good. County class heavy cruisers, York class heavy cruisers, but yeah, I've been thinking about something British, just a Commonwealth fleet to make it a true multinational force fighting the Japanese in World War II. So hopefully by the end of this episode we have boots on the ground in Rabaul. And our relief air group is on its way down, at least hopefully most of the way down. I know the Bouges are slower. They don't have quite the complement of planes that the fleet carriers do, but they're going to provide good combat air patrol over the region. I think I said in the last episode, I think we've done a fairly good job of maintaining air superiority out here. That's balancing on a knife's edge, though, so we're going to have to be careful about that. Something else I've been thinking about doing with future command points are wolf packs, 3 sub wolf packs, and I don't know what to do with them, but it'll probably be sometime in the future. Looking at what we have here at Kavang is a level 4 airfield. I've been thinking about running Task Force Tar Heel up and bombing them down as far as we can get them, just to do away with some of the planes that are going to screw with us after we put troops on Rabaul. But that is neither here nor there. That is in the future. It's the near future, but it's the future. So, babbling over, let's get into today's episode. Alright, so we have our first threat to our lead supply convoy. I did move all of the cap over to this one to deal with these guys. They are torpedo planes moving in. Oh, they got, yep, torpedo planes, 2 each. Hopefully our Wildcats can deal with them just fine. That's my hopes anyway, and not get too many of them shot down. It's not looking like they're doing very good, though. Looks like they're all focused on the wrong one. Come on, Wildcats. Alright, they did okay with that group. We got this group moving in here. There's one down. There's a Wildcat down. There's another one down. There's another one down. And it looks like we just got this one to worry about here. Alright, there we go. Alright, that's the first attack. Didn't even make it a whole hour and a half away from where we were. So, good job, Wildcats. For now, you did good. On their way back to refuel at the Enterprise, a group of Wildcats encountered these two torpedo bombers moving in on our on the Enterprise. Actually, they were almost there, so wish they'd start shooting. That'd be great. Oh, there you go. All right, that's everybody. Everybody. Bombers are up next. Wildcats are in the area, but they are out of position, so let's see if we can probably Arcturus here. Get you spun around. Get everybody start maneuvering here. Not sure the Wildcats are going to get there in time. Might. There they are. Open fire. Didn't get any of them down. Good job. Oh, we're down one Wildcat now. Two Wildcats. They drop. And unfortunately they did. Ow. That was kind of an impressive spread they put out there. Heavy damage, heavy flooding, no fires though. Wildcats are going to let him go. Just because I don't want my Wildcats to get shot down chasing planes with no bombs. We're going to disengage. Hit the deck. Head off in this direction here. Everyone else is gonna head north. All these guys are gonna head south. Just gotta make sure they don't accidentally crash into the ships. Yeah, there we go. Alright, well, we got some damages to fix. And this guy here. So we'll get them fixed. and continue on. I'm starting to think it might be a better idea to wait for the boats to get here. Not really sure though. Alright, we're gonna try something a little different in this. Seems there's just so many of them. We've got bombers. We've got torpedo planes. And I've noticed if you do the dogfight at will option, the planes tend to focus on the ones that are already gone, basically, and chase them and leave the attacking planes that are following up to do their own thing, which we can't have. Those are some big bombs those planes have. And there's some big torpedoes too, so if they're chasing bombers that have already dropped, that's not going to work, because the torpedo planes are going to come in and just demolish us. So far it seems to be doing okay. Alright. This may take a little bit of pausing here, but I'm willing to do that. If we can get these planes down. There's one. Let's see who we're going after. Alright, we're going after this bomber here. Okay. We are hitting the bombers. Alright, now move in on this one. You're right there. Alright, open up. Just fire. Alright, there we go. Alright, this torpedo group has not been touched. We may take one. Oh, it's going to be close. Oh, come on, come on. Wow. Alright, come back around. Alright, I'm pausing. Torpedo planes. Oh, don't want to target a Wildcat. That would be bad. We got torpedo planes over here. Raven, turn. Yeah, I don't want these guys chasing after the ones that have already dropped. And they are, all of them. There's so many of them chasing after the ones that have already dropped. I don't know which ones I've already assigned targets to. But if they've dropped, they're useless to me. Alright, let's... Hopefully Craven can get turned in time. Doesn't look like they're having a problem. Alright, let's see who else we have to pull from. Problem is they're all up high and these guys are all down low. Advance time a little bit. Grab them one at a time. Come on, let's get these guys down. Come on, Wildcats. Looks like they dropped. Oh no! Wow, that was close. They did drop. This guy's toast. This guy's gonna drop. Yeah, we're gonna lose this ship. Might even lose this one. We might be able to turn into them. Alright, who else is coming in? Where's all the Wildcats that I had chasing these guys? Alright, this Macaulay might get away if we can dodge good enough. Right, that one sinking. Just barely missed in this one. Did we get them all down? Looks like we did. What about this group here? They might drop. Yep, they dropped. Alright, straighten out. You can hear the Wildcats flying over. Like we managed to dodge them there. Alright, Craven. Before we start having any collisions here, head north. Just dodge that torpedo attack. Not collide with a destroyer here, guys. Alright, we are moving in on the last there. I think everyone else left. Yeah. Alright, so it looks like one of our transports was, let's see, number 5. 3 torpedoes and a magazine explosion. It was the only one that was damaged. Hit it all. So that was brutal, but we managed to get out of here, so we'll continue on. Alright, and they are just not going to stop coming. Not at all. It's kind of funny because the segments of this episode that are before this, I recorded before I posted Sunday's episode. This is after Sunday's episode. I'm recording this after the episode went up, and the first comment that I got on that episode was, not enough air cover, and you, sir, were absolutely 100% correct. We do not have the protection for these guys to be able to get them in there. So here's what I'm doing. Invasion 1 is pulling back. Invasion 2 is pulling back. The Enterprise is pulling back. The Tar Heel Strike Group, right now, in their present condition, I don't think they're at any condition to go in on Rabaul to do anything about them. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring them around the long way. These guys are going to come around way out here, and they're going to go into Kavang, and they're going to bomb that down. If anything, we can mitigate the amount of firepower they can put into the air as our forces move in. The bogues that I have right now, they're slow, so they're way out there still. Just to give you an idea, I don't really have a solid course set, so to get them into position is 133 hours. So that's quite a ways away. That I'm okay with. If I can get these guys out of here and hold them kind of in a holding pattern down here in the southern Solomon Sea for the time being, I'm going to do that. Then when they get here, what's going to happen is before they take up the duties of the Enterprise when she leaves, I'm going to add a bogue to each transport convoy and send them all in directly. That way the air power or the air cover will be over them as they go. We need to be able to launch the second air operations are available, because this is a distance the transports travel at a speed that just this is going to be at some point during the trip in during the daylight hours, and they can't be waiting for Wildcats to return to the carrier and refuel and then come back. They have to be there. So it's going to be a timing thing with that as well, just maybe not as complicated, but right now the job is just get these guys out alive. And in the middle of all of that, hello there, 8 ships. So we're going to keep tabs on you. Kind of curious where you might be going. Task Force Mack is moving down. I was going to move them a little further south. Yorktown. You got 10 Dauntlesses and 7 Avengers. 11 Avengers. Alright. And 6 Wildcats. They have no payload. Well, how much for that? Okay. I guess we'll try and launch again and actually put some bombs on the plane before gonna deal with this. Okay, if it's a good sign that those guys were only in a single pair, we may be whittling down their air fleets from these two bases. That other attack with all the bombers and stuff, I spawned into it and sat there for about 30 seconds or so, and they never showed up, so I left. I'm not sure where they are now. They may be making their way straight for Enterprise, which could be bad. But they didn't show up in the battle. We're going to use this Kingfisher here to keep tabs on this group until we can launch in 1.6 hours from the Yorktown, because I screwed up and didn't put any bombs on them. If we have any planes. Oh, we do. We got lots of planes that we can launch. So I'm going to get a scouting pattern up in this area from the Task Force Mack. Keep these guys eyes on target so we can actually get some attack planes on them. Okay. Well, we got some problems. Got double trouble here. Gonna bring you around. You might not make it here in time, but I'm gonna bring you around. You're gonna come up and check this out here. They moved out. Now they're moving back in. Task Force Mack here is gonna put themselves in between them and land. I think we're still about an hour out from being able to launch here. 0.8 hours. So yeah. Let's see which direction these guys are headed here. I wonder with Wake Island. Oh boy. Oh boy. Let's actually see what this is all about. Right here. Well, that didn't work. Okay. Turn to base. And here comes the next wave of air attacks. Unless they're going to mess with the sub, in which case I am okay with that. I know it's kind of cheesy having them geeking out on my subs like that, but the way I look at it is, if the game is going to offer beneficial glitches to itself by having my flights of aircraft follow the flight leader to his death in the sea, and I'm gonna take advantage of a glitch for myself. So some of you may think of that as cheating. Maybe it is, but that is what I'm going to do, because I've lost several flights of planes to that glitch just in this campaign, not even talking the rest of my campaigns. So, but we've got a lot we're going to have to deal with here. We've got that carrier that's coming at us over here, and we've got this ship, or this group that's coming at us over here. So these 10 Dauntlesses are going to go at them with we'll go 1 armor piercing just to be on the safe side. We'll get you over there. And looks like they're coming south, kinda. But they definitely, nope, they are definitely coming north as well. Task Force Mack. I'm gonna gonna bring you down a little bit. Whoa. Yeah, they're messing with the subs. So these guys are, I'm gonna go with safe. This part of the front, not so much. So Task Force Mack. Want the Dauntlesses. Task Force Mack is a bit out. I'm okay with that. I do want my Dauntlesses in a little closer. And Task Force Mack has an engagement. Alright, Task Force Mack and our Dauntlesses are on station and ready to attack. Our ships are at the extreme or outside of their range, so I've got them maneuvering towards the convoy. But our Dauntlesses are in the air. They are ready to go. And we are going to target the transports. There's more transports in this convoy than anything else. And we don't have the planes to cover all the transports, so we're going to pick and choose, I guess you could say. I'll have you go for this guy. I'm just going to send the Dauntlesses in on their normal dive bombing runs, which I'm missing. So, have you hit him, and then we'll have you hit him. Here they come on this guy. I don't think we caused a whole lot of damage to that last transport, although they are smoking. Yeah, not the best attack so far. These guys are next. Not sure why they're in line abreast. But we'll just get them in line ahead. Hopefully they're a little more on target than their two counterparts. There's 2 light cruisers and 2 destroyers also with this group. Task Force Mack is probably going to have to do the brunt of this after the air attack takes place. But here they go, pushing over. And release. Yeah, that was better. Next group. In they go. Starting to get into the more concentrated AA fire. There's a dud in there. 1 hit and 1 dud. Surprisingly, I haven't lost any Dauntlesses. We got a little bit of a collision going on here, so we may get some collateral damage on the cruiser. Maybe not. Alright. That's all our Dauntlesses. See what we did here. Moderate. Whoop, that's the wrong column. Heavy, moderate, minor, minor. Heavy, moderate, minor, 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 minor. So, wasn't exactly the best airstrike. Luckily, we didn't lose any Dauntlesses yet. I say that. This guy may... Yep. See ya. Alright, so one Dauntless. One Dauntless down. These guys are running. Their damages may progress as we go forward here. But as of right now, Task Force Mack's going to move in. We don't have a whole lot of ammo because we did bombard them up at Lay, but we should have enough to take care of this group here. Anyway, so as of right now, 27,000 yards out. New Orleans is in position. Wichita, I believe, is in range. Yep, Wichita's in range. So Astoria, New Orleans, and Wichita are within range to open fire. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go at them with Task Force Mack. See how they do in a surface battle. Task Force Mack, do your thing.